Hi, I'm Sophia L. Here we talk about the subconscious mind, nervous system regulation, and feeling good in your body, in your life as the version of you that you are, or maybe becoming a better version of you, right? That's the goal. To know that we are whole, worthy, loved, enough, and complete as we are, and being open and willing to do better, be better. So if that's what you're also about, you are in the right place. So like, comment, subscribe, stay till the end. I'm still quite new here on this platform. So my videos, I usually get like fired up towards the middle and the end. So if you don't normally stay till the end, I think you'll be happy if you do. Today, I want to talk about what we put out, we get back. I want to take it deeper. So, when we're wishing good for people, or when we're wishing bad for people, or even just speaking highly of people or speaking low of people, poorly of people, we are directly affecting ourselves. And here is why. There is scientific proof of this. I've been saying this for so long without anything to back it up. It was just like an intuitive feeling and a knowing. So, what we wish for others, good or bad, comes back to us quite literally. So here's what most people don't realize. When you talk badly about somebody else, your subconscious mind hears it as if you're talking about you. This is how the subconscious actually works. It doesn't know like a me versus them. It only really knows self. So it only hears language, emotion, tone, judgment. So when you see things like she's selfish or she's lazy or he's doesn't work hard enough, he doesn't deserve the success he has, maybe your mind quite literally thinks you're talking about yourself. So you're doing yourself a huge disservice by speaking poorly of others. Let's cut that ish out. Right? Let's just catch ourselves because we all do this, one way or another. Whether we think like, oh, we care about them and we just want them to be their best, like we're still criticizing, we're still judging. So let's bring ourselves back, catch ourselves really in the act and just pause, and notice what in me needs some compassion right now. Because when we're judging others, there's usually something within us that we're like secretly judging, underneath the surface. And so once you just break that focus on the other person and like judging them and being just so critical of them, we soften, our subconscious softens and we're having compassion for the other person and we are breaking that pattern. So your subconscious literally takes statements that we make about others, as in like our identity. And so we definitely don't want to continue doing this, right? Like it's definitely not helping us live up to our full potential. So let's stop. Another thing is if you're always saying, others are untrustworthy, your subconscious learns that people cannot be trusted. So it keeps you guarded, it keeps you closed, it keeps you with little to no friends. And you are likely attracting only people who are untrustworthy. You see how that works? It's like we're kind of creating it based on our belief. We want to believe beliefs that benefit us. It doesn't actually matter what's been true up until now. It was only true because of whatever your beliefs were. So once you change your beliefs, you start to attract differently. You start to experience differently, better, right? You start to attract people who are more like you. If you're a trustworthy, honest, good hearted, loving person, then you're a great friend to have. And if you exist, then there has to be more like you, right? So let's make that the new belief. Actually, I know I'm a trustworthy person. I'm a good person. My intentions are pure and good. And those are the people that I attract. And so the way we want to stay in line with that and actually attract that is to not criticize the people who are not those things. We are not going to focus on those people anymore. This is another reason it's really important who you keep around you, who's in your environment, right? We want to be around people that we're not criticizing. We want to be around people that are inspiring. We want to be around people that fuel your dreams. We want to be around people that are saying things like, you got this, like reassuring you when we're in doubt and when we're in fear and we're not seeing things clearly. We want to be around people that are saying, like, you're doing amazing and they mean it. We can say things, sure, but you feel the energy behind it. And that energy will feel clean and that energy will feel like unconditional love. And what's better than that? Like that's what we want to be surrounding ourselves with. And we have that available to us. So, why wouldn't we? There's billions of people on this planet. We have access to the internet. Like you can have relationships, be friends with whoever you want, anywhere in the world that you want, who are like you, who think like you, whose heart is like yours. And we want to stop judging the people who are not like that. We send them good vibes because they don't need more negativity, right? They need love. They need God. They need faith over fear. They need self love first and foremost. And they likely do not have it. They're likely lacking it. So we can send them blessings from afar and we can distance ourselves to protect our peace because, especially if we're all adults, like we are our own responsibility. So, yeah, let's catch ourselves when we're saying things that are less than anything we want to attach our identity to. Especially if you're here, I know you're on this journey with me where we're just up and up only. We're not concerned with the past just for information and just for learning and for growing, maybe, but we're not living in the past. We are moving up in all ways, right? We are getting better and better and better. And we have children to raise and we have a great life to live. And we want to live each day fully, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're wishing bad on people, which I don't think we do that here. But if you know of people that wish bad on people, and even if they're like passive aggressive or joking, the energy's still the same and that comes back, right? But the same goes for blessings. So if you're sending blessings out, if you're, wishing the best and hoping the best and seeing the best in people, that's going to be reflected back to you as well as your identity. So you're going to have that much more compassion for yourself. And we just notice when things come up, oh, I'm judging again. What do I need to look at? What am I judging myself for? Or what do I feel others are judging me for? And then get clean there. Look at it. That's our job. That is our responsibility, is to look within and notice what's coming up for us, and then we show up accordingly. And it shows that you're doing the inner work, not that it needs to, not that you need it to show. This work matters, and you matter, and you deserve better. So let's stop judging others, and we stop judging ourselves, and we can just live and let live, right? Another thing I want to say, since I touched on friendships, I've felt this way for a long time, right? But then Oprah said it, and I felt really seen and really validated. And she said, if you ever feel a twinge, a hint of jealousy or envy from a friend, they are not your friend. I'm just going to leave that there, I think, because you deserve friends who fuel you. Not that you need them to, but when you need them to, maybe. And they're definitely not draining you, and they are hyping you up. They're showing their support. They're rooting for you loudly and quietly. They're praying for you. I think it's a really beautiful thing to pray for people, and it's something you do in private, right? Between you and God. And they may never know the person you're praying for, and that's not why you're doing it, right? But I think it's really beautiful when people are loud about their love for you, when people are supporting you. Yeah, this has been coming up for me a lot, but I keep seeing things on different platforms about people that don't support you. Notice other people posting about it and they seem, annoyed about it. And I get it because I've definitely been there and I've had to work through it. And most of the time, I think it's just about where they're at. Like we're all growing at different levels and in different ways. And there's so many layers to this. We don't know what they're going through and we don't know where they're at mentally, emotionally, right? And not everybody has healthy ways of dealing with things. You know, a lot of people don't have a therapist. A lot of people are suffering. No, happy people love and they spread love and they spread the happiness, right? They're just like multiplying that. They're focusing on that. So that energy that grows, what we focus on grows, right? So hurt people hurt people. Happy people spread that and love people. And they're just good vibes, I feel. And when they are not, there's obviously something wrong there. And so we can have compassion for them, is what I'm saying. And I think we're expecting too much of people that can't give it. Because when people can give it, they will. And when they don't have it for themselves, they can't give you what they don't have. So we hope that they find guidance. We hope that they find healing. We hope that they find what they need because most of these people are raising children. And moms deserve to be happy and feel good. There was definitely a time where I didn't know that that was possible. I thought there was something wrong with me. Like, who am I to be unhappy? Like, I had everything that I thought that I wanted. It's like you think you want these things and then you get them and you're just like, oh, okay. Like it's nice for a little while, but then you got to do the inner work. That's it. And that's available to everybody. And this is why I make self-study courses too for the mom that's unsure that it's possible for her, for the mom that doesn't have time or thinks she doesn't have time, doesn't prioritize herself because she thinks to be a good mom, everybody comes first, then me, and there's no time for me always. You know what I mean? So self-study courses so you can watch them 2 a.m., 5 a.m. if you can't sleep one night, like whenever. When the kids are in school, when you're taking a bathroom break, bite size, put it in your ear, let it play in the background of your life because it rewires your brain to think differently. It rewires your brain to know there is better available to you at all times. And the only reason you're not experiencing it is because something is blocking it. It's not to put blame on you. It's just to know, like, oh, something just needs to shift here. That's it. And you have the power to do that, and that's empowering, I believe. When you know the power is in your hands, you get to shift it. You don't have to stay in it and you don't have to point the finger because you're not a victim. And, suffering is an error in thinking. So all you have to do is think differently, and that can be really challenging. Trust me, I know. But this is why I so strongly believe in reprogramming because just like anything to operate to its best, it needs a new program. The mind, especially, it's just running on an old program, and you just need to install a new one. And you install new ones all the time. Maybe not new ones, but you're installing, reinstalling programs based off what you're listening to, based off what you're watching, based off, podcasts, TV shows, songs that you're listening to, conversations that you're having, the way you handle situations in your life. Those are all programs and you can change them. You can start shifting and doing things differently. How do you want to be? Like, think about the best version of you. Put your ego aside for a second. You're amazing as you are, yes, and I know you're doing your best, but how do you want to be? What does the best version of you look like? If there are no limits and you could be, do, and have anything you want and nobody would be mad at you, who do you want to be? How do you want to be? What do you want to experience? What do you want to have? Because it's all available to you. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. You're the only one that needs convincing of this. Every day you take one step as the best version of you because the best version of you is doing things a little differently, right? They're likely responding and not reacting. They're likely taking responsibility and acting accordingly and setting boundaries where necessary rather than pointing the finger and playing victim because that doesn't get us anywhere. So, we're in our power, right? The best version of you is in her power. She knows her power. And she knows if this isn't working, this gets to be shifted, changed, alchemized, manifested in a different way, moved out of my life, bless whatever it is, whatever situation, whatever person. And that's it. This is another reason I swear by when there is an issue in your life, whether that be a person, a thing, whatever it is, when there is an issue, you don't want to add more negativity to it because if it's an issue, there's already it's already dark, right? And you want to put some light into it. So is the way that I think of it. So bless it, wish it well, wish the best for it, wish it love, wish it success, wish it joy, wish it peace, especially, and watch how things shift and then realize your power. So, if you are interested in this work, if you're interested in going deeper and taking this to the next level, which would be applying it and embodying it, I have a really special offer coming out very soon. I'm just tweaking and finalizing some things on it. And it's going to be super low price. This is going to be my lowest priced offer, but the transformations are still gonna be there. I don't know how to do it otherwise. When I used to just be a YouTube watcher and not creator, I used to come here to learn. And women who speak about things like this, about self-development, about changing your mind and changing your life, right? And I used to think like they're giving so much on this free YouTube video. Why would I buy their course when I'm getting all this for free? Kind of. And then you buy the course, right? And then you're just like, whatever, let me just see. And obviously, it's like check that you're accurate on that. And it's just a whole, it's just deeper, it's just better. And my containers, which are my courses, are different. My intention for them is to be next level. My intention for them is to be transformational and to have hypnosis in them, which literally reprograms your mind. It's powerful and more focused on one specific thing, right? And and it's pretty amazing. And it's what I've used to think differently and to reprogram my mind to be a better version of myself. The thing is, it reflects in all areas of my life, truly. I am open to receiving blessings and magic and miracles and love and bliss and goodness and joy and laughter and smiles. And every day I'm smiling. And so I have that new offer coming out, Blissfully Aligned Destiny, because I do believe you can get into alignment with your most blissful and aligned destiny of your choosing. And I think it's up to you. I think it's all available, and you get to align with what you want to align with. If you're curious about this work, if you are interested in learning how to reprogram your mind, it's not like wiping out your mind or anything. It's just like installing a better way of believing, better beliefs that benefit you. You are loved, you are enough, you are worthy of all of your desires. Your desires are safe guidance, and you get to have them. You get to take steps towards them, and the person you become, the journey is kind of the whole point, right? So let's enjoy the journey. I'm so happy you were here. If you stayed till the end, put a white heart so that I know. And yeah, let me know your biggest takeaway from this, and share this with somebody that you love.